Welcome to Della Fox Checks. This is part 5 out of 8 in my series in Cabo. As you guys saw in part 4, I went ATV riding and I almost missed going to the activity because me and my group woke up late, right? We had a big hangover and we woke up late to go to the activity, but thankfully we ended up making it, and now we're gonna go camelback riding. But first, we're gonna get a little tour of how chocolate is made, and then after that we're gonna take some pictures with the camels, and then we're gonna go camelback riding, and finally we're gonna go to the all-you-can-eat buffet in Cabo Adventures. So this should be a lot of fun. So in part 4, I did show you guys that we were coming over to Cabo Adventures to go camelback riding, and we are finally here, right? So they separated us into groups, Spanish speakers, English speakers, and they had a section over there where you could learn how they recycle plastic, and it was just a little tropical place right here. Lots of trees, lots of birds chirping. It was really awesome. But right now we're gonna get a little presentation regarding cacao, which is basically chocolate, which I didn't know. So this is one of the cool things about Cabo today, was that I learned something new. I learned how chocolate was made. This right here is part of the experience when you go camelback riding, because they know that you're not just gonna go camelback riding because that's gonna be boring if you only do that, right? So they add some extra stuff in there so that it can turn into a 4-hour activity, which I really like. And right here they have a bunch of the things that they use to make chocolate. That's the thing they use to smush the chocolate down, and they had so many more things for you to check out.
Fruta del cacao. Ahora bien, se dice que la fruta del cacao es una fruta mexicana. Mexicanos, podemos estar orgullosos de eso.
¡Los Zacatecas!
Claro que sí, porque fue domesticado el árbol aquí en México. Pero
so they explained a little bit about cacao, and then after that they let us touch the cacao shell to see how the cacao is made, and then after that they gave us a cacao so we can look at it, taste it, open it, peel it, and get hands-on action with the cacao.
comes all together cocoa seeds. Todas las semillas vienen así juntitas, pegaditas. ¿Bien? Muy bien.
¿Y cómo se pela? Like
Dedos, güey.
oh, como un cacahuate. Ah, ok. ¿Y qué? ¿Este es el chocolate? And the point was to peel the cacao and try the chocolate from the inside. It basically tasted like dark chocolate, but it wasn't prepared yet. But you did get that dark chocolate flavor. After that, they showed us the difference between the cacao in Mexico and Brazil, so that you could see how big they were, what the difference was.
Brazilian. Yeah. Mexican, Brazil.
Oh, yeah.
Bien. México, Brasil.
Okay. After that, they started explaining to us how chocolate is made. Basically, they take the cacao, they mush it together, they grind it together, they form it in a little packet, and then they put it in a freezer for 3 to 5 hours. And then when it comes out of there, it goes from being like this mushy thing to the chocolate. So I thought that was really interesting.
Chocolate oscuro incluso tiene tonos a café, ¿cierto? Podemos decir entonces que la mexicana es más amarga, pero es mejor, es mexicana, obviamente. Then we mold the mix and we put it in molds. All the molds with the mix inside, we put it on ice for 3 to 5 hours. So 5 hours on ice, and this is my final result. Otra sigue un poquito derretida. Sigue un poquito derretida. ¡Chocolate!
Yeah. And of course, for the presentation, they had already made the chocolate for us. They already had put it in the ice, so we got to try actual chocolate that was made from cacao.
¡Excelente! Perfecto. Sweet. ¿Ninguna alergia? No. Perfecto. Por favor, no lo coman todavía. Vamos a esperar a todos, ¿bien?
El normal.
El regular. ¿Ninguna alergia?
No.
Excelente.
Can we take a picture? Sure. How picante is it? How spicy?
¡Qué rico es el chocolate!
¡Qué rico es el chocolate!
¡Salud! ¡Salud! Cheers! Enjoy!
And I really like this activity. I didn't even know cacao existed. I didn't know what it was. I didn't even know how chocolate was made. But this information was so informative. I really liked this workshop. It was really fun and exciting. We had a good host that made everything fun, right? So they did show us that chocolate is also made with chili, right? So if you wanted your chocolate to have a little kick, you could do it, right? And after the activity, you were allowed to take pictures. You got to see all the stuff that they use to make chocolate. So I thought it was cool. You know, you could take pictures. But now here comes the fun part. And now we we are over here with our tour guide. We're getting ready to go over to the camels, and right now that we're going over there, they're actually explaining to us that because of the climate, the way the climate is in Cabo, all these little insects, all these little creatures that you guys see never grow up to be big. And not just the animals or the insects that live here, but even the plants. Like if you take a look at the trees, like they're not tall, they're not big, and it's because of the climate in Cabo. So I thought that was really interesting. They did have a special word for it, but I can't remember it in English. I don't know how you say it in English, but it was called like enanito insular or something like that, right? But it's just basically a phenomenon that happens in Cabo because of the way that the weather is, that it doesn't allow the trees to grow big or the animals. And now they're explaining to us how to ride the camels because they don't want us to get our feet sore.
O 25 minutos. Y si ustedes, familia, no estiran y no se preparan y no saben hacer un split, al final del paseo.
And right now we're gonna be chilling and waiting for people to get off the camels. My group is actually one of the last ones that are gonna get on them, which is fine. We can chill, we can relax. So people are getting on and off and we're just watching them and we're learning because they're explaining to us that because in the camels, 2 people are gonna get on. You have to work as a team and get on at the same exact time or else the camel gets mad, right? So you have to work as a team to get on the camels on the same time. And also one of the cool things I liked about the park was that they had water stations all around, right? So if you were thirsty or anything, you can go get some water. And one of the awesome things about the water was that it was so cold and it was hot, so it was a perfect match. And one of the things that I loved about Cabo Adventures was this video. So right here, as you guys can see, this is an aerial shot from the drone that is taken by Cabo Adventures. And this is something they do when you go on the camelback riding experience, right? And I don't know if Cactus Tours has this because they also do camelback riding. But as you guys can see, Cabo Adventures, the company, has this available for you. For obviously, you're gonna have to pay for the video if you want it. But I think it's worth it because how many times are you gonna go camelback riding by the ocean? And take a look at the footage, you guys. The drone has some really good quality video, as you guys can see. My group is at the back and the other group is in the front, but the quality of the video is so nice, you guys. It's in HD, and this is an awesome memory to take back home, to post on social media, to show it for your friends. I think that the video was like 40 bucks, but I think it's worth it. As you guys can see, here we are, super excited to be on the camels and getting our video recorded. I thought this was cool. I did not know that they were gonna record us with the drone, but once I saw it, I was so excited because I was like, wow, I'm gonna take back a video of something I did. The video was 50 bucks. It was a little pricey for a 3-minute video, but I mean, it's not like I'm gonna do this a lot. Like, this is something I'm gonna do like once every 5 years, once in a while. It's not like I go camelback riding all the time. This is the first time I go camelback riding in my life. But take a look at the aerial shot of the camels, of the compound that we're at. This is Tierra Sagrada by Cabo Adventures, and it just looks so nice. Take a look at the water. Look how beautiful it looks. It's so white, so blue. Like, I wish that the drone recorded the sound so that we could hear the water as we're riding the camels. I'm a big nature person. I've become a big nature person, so I do like hearing Mother Nature at its finest, right? But this was so much fun. It is a 3-minute video that you're gonna love and enjoy, and of course they do sell you the video. You do have to buy it if you want it, but I think it's worth it, you guys. They do have people, as you guys can see, the people with blue who are walking are actually the ones that are holding the camels, right? So there are people who are guiding you. They don't just let you go on your own, which I think is good because the camels are kind of scary. Like, the ones that we got actually did not want to listen to us, but thankfully we had some good people helping us out, and they made the camelback riding experience really fun, right? So this is something cool to do. Again, I think I paid maybe 110, 115 for this experience. I can't remember, somewhere around there. We did book it with Cabo Adventures, which is in downtown Cabo, which is where I told you guys that you need to go buy all your tickets for your events or any activities that you want to do because they give you the best pricing. But this video is so awesome. I'm gonna remember it forever because this was an awesome experience unlike any other. It was a little pricey to get the video and to do it, but just take a look at the footage. Like, right now that I'm looking at it, I'm actually really happy that I did the camelback riding experience. Like I told you guys before, I was a little worried that I wasn't gonna like it because I was kind of like, ah, dang, it's gonna be boring to ride the camels. But when you're on there, it's a lot of fun. You get to talk with your friends, you get to talk to the tour guides who are pulling the camels, and look at the water. Wow, it's so amazing. Look at the shot, look at the shot. But now that we're done, we're off of the camels. We got off, and now we're gonna go to the little resting area because they know that people are gonna be tired after riding their camels and having their legs like open, right? Like it's not easy, and it is gonna get you sore, especially if you're not used to it, right? I am used to riding horses, so I kind of know how it feels, but I am a little sore because I haven't done it in a while, right? And right now when you sit down, they use this moment for you to take pictures with this big camel. I believe his name was Hercules, and this is where you take all the pictures that you're gonna buy later on if you want them. And I definitely think that you guys should buy them because they came out really nice. You do some awesome stunts and activities with Hercules. You get to feed him, you get to pet him, you get to kiss him, you get to do so much more. And also you get to ask questions. So if you have questions regarding camels, then this is when you ask them and they answer them. Because obviously these people work with camels, they know a lot about camels, they take care of them. So if you have any doubts or anything, this is where they give you all the fun facts.
I have a question. Yes, of course.
Why do they have that thing on their knees?
Ah, this thing? Well, these are called palaces. These appear with the time. They are not born like that. These ones protect them from the temperature of the soil, also from the little rocks, because they like to sit with the knees directly on the floor, and they can get hurt. They also have one big palace right here in the chest.
So as you guys heard, people were asking questions regarding the animals. The kids had a lot of questions regarding them because they wanted to know how the camels are, what they are, why they're like that. So it was really fun. But now that we're done taking pictures of the camels, talking about the camels, learning about the camels, we're gonna go on a little trail where there might be snakes, right? So we're just gonna be kind of like we're going hiking in a way. It's a little short, like 10-minute walk, so that we can go to the buffet. So we're gonna be talking to the tour guide. They're gonna be telling us what's up.
Interesante. ¿Y estos los traen, viven en México o los traen de otro lugar, los camellos estos?
Traen de otro lugar. Tenemos, por ejemplo, en el caso de Juan, que es un camello mexicano. Entonces, tal vez sí, tal vez no. Necesitamos ser muy suertudos para eso, porque se asustan fácilmente. Pero no se me preocupen, nosotros estamos entrenados para lidiar con las serpientes. Antes de entrar, también tengo algunas reglas para ustedes. Primera regla es no tocar nada en especial. Claro, imagínense que a mí me agarre la serpiente.
No, pues sí, es la más importante, ¿verdad?
Claro que sí. No, es una broma, familia, no se me asusten.
¿Entonces las serpientes no atacan a la gente? O sea, es como nosotros si nos lo miran.
No, cuando nos escuchan por nuestras pisadas y nuestras voces se asustan y se van.
No.
La mayoría de las serpientes que tenemos aquí son muy pequeñas, entonces imagínense, una persona es muy grande y muy imponente para una serpiente tan pequeña. Tenemos serpientes venenosas, eso sí, solo la víbora de cascabel. Es más venenosa que hace ratito le comentaba a las señoritas que la serpiente de cascabel que está en Sonora, por ejemplo. Puede morder la de Sonora, pero no vas a morir envenenado. Pero si te pica la serpiente de cascabel de aquí, sí, porque aquí
¿Sí puedes morir?
Sí podemos morir, porque aquí sufrimos de un fenómeno que se llama enanismo insular. Ese fenómeno hace que las plantas y los animales sean más pequeños de lo normal. Miren, esta cosita de aquí es un capullo.
¿Y qué es eso? ¿Qué
Una
es un
pupa. Próximamente va a salir probablemente una polilla, porque ese tipo de capullo es diferente al de la mariposa. Muy probablemente sea una polilla. Y bueno, les comentaba que el enanismo insular hace que todo sea pequeño, de un tamaño más uniforme. Incluso en los animales les afecta, como en el caso de la serpiente de cascabel.
And right now that we're walking, it's so much fun to be talking to the tour guide. I actually went in the front on purpose because I wanted to ask a lot of questions. I wanted to get some footage for you guys. Thankfully, I had a great and amazing tour guide today. She was really awesome, answered all my questions, and she was a lot of fun. As you can tell from her voice, she's really passionate and excited to do what she does, which is something that I love. So now comes the fun part of the trip. So we learned about Cacao. We took a bunch of pictures with the camel. We got to ride the camel. We went hiking for a bit. And this is where the all-you-can-eat buffet is going to be at. And this is where you're going to sit down and enjoy your meal with your group, right? They have a bunch of tables and they're getting the food ready. But before we eat, we're actually going to go take a look at the pictures and the video that they took of us, because it's the time where they're going to sell it to us.
So when you do the camel ride, there's someone who's taking pictures of you. And not just that, there's a drone that is recording your like 20-minute trip on the camel. So right now we're entering this red building because we're gonna see how much it's gonna be. I don't know, it's gonna be expensive because everything is expensive here.
And of course, when you enter, they have a bunch of computers, a bunch of iPads, so that you can take a look at all the pictures and the video that they took of you. Honestly, this process is so fast. Like, they take your pictures and they're already loaded on the computer for you to take a look at. So I think this is cool that way you get to look at the pictures and see which ones you want to buy. Today, I did buy all the pictures because this is what I came to do in Cabo.
It's time to eat. It's a buffet, Mexican buffet, just Mexican food. Agua de Jamaica, agua de tamarindo, agua natural. Las quesadillas ya están. Y son hechas a mano. Barbecue ribs, chicken with mole sauce. Ay, todo se mira bien bueno.
Un poquito de queso, por favor. Del caprese. Ay, no.
Una salad. ¿Y se puede servir más de una vez o nomás es una vez?
¿Y me dan un poquito de nopales?
And at this point, I was really hungry. It was about, what, like 7 o'clock? And last time I ate was like at 2 when we stopped at Cabo Dolphins. So I was really hungry. You know, the whole experience today was really draining. I went to the ATVs in the morning. I ate some tacos in the morning. But I was ready for the all-you-can-eat buffet. They had so much variety. Barbecue ribs, rice, vegetables, tuna, chicken. They really had a lot. So if you were a person that was a little picky with what you wanted, they had something for everybody. They had quesadillas, alcohol, frijoles, beans, and it was all you could eat. So you could get up and make line and get as much as you wanted. Literally, they were not playing when they said all you can eat. They really meant it. So right here, you got to pick a little bit of everything. I got a little bit of everything because I wanted to try how everything tasted from the buffet. Of course, they had some aguas frescas, so I did try them both. And this was something that I really liked about the activity. I really liked how they prepared it. It was a big 4-hour experience. I was a little skeptical about it, but I'm really happy I did it. And look, this is my first plate. I say first plate because I actually got 2 other plates like this one because I was so hungry, but everything was good.
Look, she didn't really like the food at all. She didn't really like it. Casi no le gustó la comida, miren. Casi no le gustó. It wasn't really good.
And now that we're done eating, they're actually giving us a little bit of free tequila. They're teaching us about tequila from Mexico. Like this one right here. This is the famous tequila with the worm on the inside. So they allowed us to try it. They had rum, tequila, whiskey, a little bit of everything. They would tell you a little bit about the bottle and then you would be able to try it out, right? So you got the backstory of the tequila you were tasting, which was something that I really liked.
Salud. Tequila. So the tip for taking tequila is going to be to put the juice of the lemon in your mouth and then take the tequila and combine the lemon juice with the tequila. That way it doesn't burn so much. Ahorita I'm gonna try it.
No pasa nada. Podemos esperarnos y hacer brindis. Sí. El siguiente es el tequila reposado. Voy a empezar ahora de este lado.
Wow, no se siente nada.
Repeat after me. Agua de las verdes matas.
Agua de las verdes matas.
Tú me tumbas, tú me matas.
Tú me tumbas, tú me matas.
A veces me haces andar a gatas.
A veces me haces andar a gatas.
And unfortunately, all good things must come to an end. So right now, we're actually taking a toast of tequila, which is why you hear her saying stuff and we're repeating it. We're cheering and we're taking a toast, and we had a ton of fun with our tour guide today. But anyway, it's time for us to go, and they had this awesome truck right here waiting for us so that they can give us a ride back to where we started, right? And everyone was just waiting for us. We were actually the last group because we were busy eating a bunch of food, right? If you guys come to Cabo, make sure you guys go camelback riding. Make sure you guys book your camelback riding with Cabo Adventures because they are really amazing. They made this trip so much fun. And if you guys come, make sure to request Naomi as your tour guide because she was just so fun and she made this trip 100 times better, right? But anyway, I'm going to be giving my trip today with Cabo Adventures a 5 out of 5 because everything was so perfect. So I really liked how when we got here, the bus driver was really cool, was talking to us, was really friendly. After that, we checked in and the people at the counter were really fun. And then we went to do the Cacao adventure. We got to learn about chocolate, about plastic. And then we got to learn how to sit on the camels. We got on the camels, we rode them. We went hiking on the little trail. And then after, we went to go look at our pictures. And finally, we ate a lot of food. And that wasn't it. We even had tequila at the end. Honestly, this adventure was jam-packed. It was definitely worth the $120 I paid, somewhere around there. If you guys come to Cabo, make sure you guys come here with Cabo Adventures because you're not gonna regret it. They make sure that the experience is more than an experience, which is something that I really liked. If I ever came back to Cabo, I would definitely consider doing this one again because I really enjoyed it and I had a good afternoon here. And if you enjoyed this video, do me a huge favor and hit that delicious like button down below. And also, if you want to keep going on some awesome adventures with me, make sure to subscribe. I post new videos every single week, showing you guys what I'm doing when I'm not working. This was Della Fox Checks, and I approve of Cabo Adventures.